Well, today we're going to talk about this thing here. This is my basically all newer stuff, my light stand from Newer, and it's my single YouTube studio in a stand, which means I literally just grab it from the corner, put it out, plug in the light, and I'm good to go. Let's talk about it. Now, this light stand or this whole setup, really overall, minus the camera, cost me about $320 US. The camera runs for 1400 Canadian-ish, and it's a Canon 90D. But you could use your phone, and there's actually going to be a link in the show notes for a phone mount you could use in place of the camera that I'm using. So the basis of this is the Newer light stand. This is a cheap one. It's $20.99, $21 US. And I think it's crucial to have that one based on looking at some of the gauges of the other one, which are heavier duty. And I'll talk about that in a minute. And you could do it with a heavier duty stand, but you'd need an extra part. So this saved me a part, really. And I didn't realize that that was like a crucial thing to save me a part until I actually built it. Next up is the main light for this system. It is the Newer rollable 30x53 LED panel. So this actually lets me take the frame apart, lets me roll up the light, pack it away so that I can take it somewhere else. I took it over to my kids' school last week so that I could do a video for their library so we can maybe get a library grant and add more books to our library. Next up is two Newer ball head tripod mounts. So these both mount on a standard, I guess what's on the bottom of the camera, what's that, 1/4 inch? I think that's 1/4 inch. Maybe they call it 1/4 20, I don't know. But it mounts onto the bottom of the camera, and that actually fits the top of the light stand, and it fits on the small rig rosette arm. Now that lets me, on the light, that actually lets me angle it so that I can have an angle on the light and adjust kind of the position of it, because otherwise the light is literally just on top of the stand. It screws into the top of the light stand on the spigot, but this lets me added a ball head to the spigot so I can have an angle on my light and get some more effect out of the light that I want. And I have the other one on the small rig rosette arm, which is another crucial piece. It lets me actually mount the camera on the stand and have it off to the side so that I can get a little bit of lighting effect. With a different arm, or I could take the camera off the stand and then I would get a little bit more. I've also seen it's a DP Pro video shooter. We'll put a link down here for it, or I'll list that video for you. I've seen the way he's done it, and he has a beefier arm that goes on there. But that would not hang onto the stand here. So $19.99 for that small rig arm. Next up is the $30.99. So that's this big silver clip here, silver clamp here. It is the Newer multifunctional heavy duty grip head swivel. So what that does is it allows me to stick my microphone boom arm in it. And the reason I say this is the part where you need the smaller gauge stand, because I could just barely get the clip on there and then get it to clamp down on the biggest hole that this allows for stands. Otherwise, you'd need to go with it's like just a different clamp, and then I'd have to put another part on that, and then I could put the microphone on this thing on the other clamp part. So that saved me about $50 by going with a smaller gauge stand. Now it doesn't have maybe as wide a base. It's not quite as stable for some uses. And if I was using this like regularly to shoot all over as like a working stand all the time, it would not be heavy duty enough. But for my use in my home studio, perfectly fine. Next up is my Rode Video Micro. I've had this for quite a while. It's just, I can pull it into frame here. It's just right there. It's back out of frame. And the Rode Video Micro, it's been a great mic. I just really liked it. I don't have nothing bad to say about it. It's been a great mic for quite a while. And one of the biggest sound quality improvements I had is taking it off the camera that far away from my mouth. Because I can't even reach the lens now. It's like 2.5 feet away from me, and putting it on originally a mic stand. It was like a $10 mic stand, but now on this rig. And now I can bring it closer to me. I can even bring it even closer if I wanted. I can move it farther away, and it just gives me more flexibility with where I position my mic and keep it out of the line of sight of my videos. Next up is, now the microphone arm I got for free. It was broken essentially, so it doesn't have the weight. This is a Rode, a Heil PL2T. But my friend got it, and the spring in it, or whatever, the tension setting just was broken, so it wouldn't actually take the mics that he wanted, and they would just sink. So he gave it to me. Heil sent him a free one, and I've had this one for, 10 years now. And it works fine for this light mic that I have here. Now, otherwise, you can go with like a $20 Newer mic stand or boom arm, and I have that listed in there, and that fits into the multifunction swivel head clamp thing on the opposite side. and lets me just position it, right? I can even swing the mic back and forth, everything like that. And then actually, it's not listed in my show notes at this point, but I'll add that. Is this right here? This is a microphone clip, and it's just a cheap $2 microphone clip off Amazon. I just grabbed one that had a clamp, and that's it. Just had a clamp, and then it would work for me, and I could have it, use it. That's it. That's my one light stand setup. It lets me do everything really quickly instead of setting up multiple stands and having multiple stands. Like before, I had a microphone stand and a tripod sitting off to the side in my office all the time, and now I just have this one stand. I can pick it up and move it. I can collapse the mic, swing it out of the way. It's better. One thing that I probably do need to get is some sandbags, because right now I just have a blanket thrown on top of my light stand just to add a little bit of weight to it. And I have kept the blanket on it when it's over in the corner most of the time, although 1 or 2 days I've had it off, and it's still been fine. The kids have been playing near it and not just knocked it over immediately. That's it. That is my single light stand YouTube setup. Cost about, say, $330 US for everything except the camera. And then you can swap your own camera in there for whatever you like. Honestly, iPhones are pretty good. You could probably just use an iPhone or whatever other phone camera something you have that shoots video. You can even use, so I'm using as my second shot is a GoPro Hero 7 Black. You could probably use a GoPro if you wanted. Really wide angle, but that would work as well. Whatever you have around would fit in this place of the camera. Otherwise, it's like a $320 setup. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, you can give me a like below. If you loved it, subscribe and never hit the bell, because you got better things to do than just wait for alerts. You should go work, do other stuff like that instead of waiting for some alert that I posted a video. Have a good one.